So here we go, guys, the F-5AG. We finally made it work thanks to... I probably shouldn't say his name, but he helped me a lot. You know, if you are watching this video, you know that you helped me a lot to make this work. For some reason, I couldn't make the hanger work for some reason, my dumb brain. But yeah, we are finally here testing it out, the new event aircraft, the Swedish or Norwegian F-5A in the G manner over here. It's pretty much an F-5A, okay? It doesn't change much, still has the same engine, the good old J85s. It doesn't have the radar. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The aircraft itself, it's pretty much this. The same good old F-5A, right? It has the cool skin over here, but the major thing is that, of course, it has different loadouts over here. So as you're gonna see, we have some interesting loadouts. For example, we have the A9L, and this thing is right now at a BR of 11.0. They were changing a lot yesterday what this aircraft would carry. At a certain point, it even had the A9LI, but apparently it's just going to be the A9Ls and an 11.0 BR, okay? Of course, we do have non-guided stuff, like rockets, bombs, stuff like that. Of course, we can use the bullpups as well, very large Mark 84 bombs, the rockets that I was talking about, the Zunis, but then the Penguin as well. Yes, the Penguin is finally added to the game. As you see, it is an anti-ship missile, and in this case, it is using IR with INS guidance, so uses the TV, you know, with IR guidance. It has an incredible amount of range, 55 kilometers, but a lot of people were saying that it is not really ready yet. The lock range, the sea skimming, everything, it wasn't really working. Some people were saying, I don't know how realistic this missile is right now, but still, it is an interesting missile to use in an air-to-ground capability against tanks. The problem with it can only carry one, as per real life, if I'm not mistaken. The F-16, I think it was the one that could carry like 4 of these, but yeah, the F-5s, only one, which is kind of sad, but it is interesting to see a new missile, and it is an anti-ship missile, okay? It is an anti-ship missile. The funny part is that this thing has a semi-armor piercing HE shell, which is pretty different, if you ask me. Very different. So let's test fly it a little bit to see how it actually performs. Let's see if we can test, yeah, the Penguin, because the other things, they are pretty much the same, right? So let's put it right there. And yeah, let's go. And it is an interesting aircraft. I don't think it's an aircraft that is like really, oh my god, worth it, but it is still pretty interesting to have. So as you can see, the cockpit, I think it's pretty similar to the other ones. I have a feeling that it's almost the same. I have to check. I don't remember how. I mean, this is for sure a modernized HUD compared to the older F-5As, if I'm not mistaken. In the RWR, I think it's modernized. I have to check, but it's still very similar cockpit to those. Like I said, it doesn't have a radar, but it does have the RWRs. It does have the flares and chaff, which is pretty cool. And of course, the performance is the good old performance of an F-5A, which is a pretty good performance actually. And then we have this is interesting. Okay. We don't have a camera to guide the missile there. That is weird. No, lose the lock. No, it's not working. Hold up, hold up. This is going to be a weird missile to use if you don't have a camera. And it makes sense that this thing doesn't have a camera actually. So we're gonna have to point to the target. And then, no. There you go. And then you can fire the missile. And it should work pretty well. But again, without a camera, it means that it is going to be kind of a short range weapon because you're gonna need to see your target. Like, right? I mean, this doesn't look very useful against ships. You still have the two good old 20 millimeters, which are very good guns. I mean, they're very user-friendly, I must say. Sometimes they like to don't like... Sometimes they don't do a lot of damage, but it's still pretty interesting. So, again, we do not have like a, some sort of, you know, TV system here to check it out. I don't know if maybe this is work in progress. If there is any updates to this, I will be covering, of course. But again, now you just have to point to the target and try to shoot at like point of view kind of situation, right? So let's try to hit a tank now. 14 seconds. 9. Let's try to find a target right there. Come on. Okay, we have the missile again. Close enough, I guess. These are very likely armored targets. He shall kill them. Yeah. He got a lock, I think. Yeah, he got a lock. So, I guess this is how you're gonna use these missiles. Actually just, you know, firing them basically with your normal camera, which is... It's weird, but at the same time, it's not that bad, actually. It's not that hard, I must say. It's not... I mean, I don't know. Cameras are better, but still. And as you can see, of course, the fly model, again, it's pretty much the same. I don't even need to show too much for you guys. It turns very well. It's a very nimble aircraft, very good to dogfight. Kind of an underpowered engine, but it's still not an aircraft that it's made to be too fast. It's more of a dogfighter, but yeah, you can do Mach 1 Plus easily, as you see. So it's not gonna be as much of a problem as you think. It's if you flew any F5, it should play similar-ish to that, right? Let's try to use the Penguin again. Weirdest missile because you don't have a camera and it's the TV missile at the same time. So I kind of missed there, but let's see if the thing actually got a lock. If it has a very broad kind of camera system, it will... You just need to fire close to the target. Yeah, it's getting the lock at 2 kilometers. So you don't need to be as precise as you think. You just have to generally point to the direction of the target and it will acquire the lock. We're gonna try to test it out like the last time, trying to push these to the limit a little bit, trying to get a side lock to see if the missile actually properly chooses to get a lock there. And again, you have to get close to the target because you cannot see anything from further away, right? So you need to just kind of go to the general direction of the target, right? So let's kind of do a side lock there that it's close enough for the missile to try to get the lock. Let's see how much of an FOV it has. So see, it's gonna miss, right? So let's see if it actually acquires a lock. Yeah, he acquired. So, yeah, good news, actually. This is actually good news. So, although you don't have the camera, you can fire the missile from kind of a side position. You don't have to properly hit where the target is to actually hit the missile. So it's actually a pretty good FOV for the missile itself, since it's a very big missile as well. It is pretty good. So yeah, basically this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. And yeah, this is the F-5AG. An interesting aircraft that probably, I mean, for some people it will be more interesting than to others, but it is still a cool skin to have in an F5 and a cool missile, right? I mean, it's an F-5A with AIM-9Ls, right? So it's always pretty interesting to see that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, like. See you guys. Bye.